So we're going to do a little walkthrough through the greenhouse. It's starting to really take off in here. Got broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, chard, onions, lettuce. Look, check out this lettuce. This is my vertical planter. Isn't that thing beautiful? Been eating lots of lettuce. Just cropped some yesterday right there. There's another variety of romaine lettuce there. These Sweet Williams are a year old. This is the first time they bloom. The orange tree is loaded down with oranges, little tiny oranges. These onions here I'm starting to pull up. These were kind of, I want to say, my volunteers. I planted some seed last year out of season. They came up, grew a little bit, and died, and then sprang back up for the fall harvest, and so I planted them. Here's my sweet potato slips. I just threw some potatoes down there. So I need to put those into the garden. Won't be long. I'm letting them grow just a little bit, but some of those right there can go into the garden. Got my sweet potatoes, some of my sweet potato plants or slips planted. Cabbages. I'm starting to head out a little bit. Marigolds are always beautiful. That's cayenne pepper from last year. Basil. This is a bell pepper plant from last year. It has a little bell pepper on there. Out of season. That's going to be awesome. Been eating off of that lettuce there. Tomatoes are growing in here. It's amazing that once it warms up, things just take off like suddenly. Here is my sweet potato slips. I'm still growing. These right here didn't have enough roots onto them, so I decided to put them in a cup that has no holes, and they're doing good. They're growing. And that's Moss Ross. Love Moss Ross. Red Deuce. Parsley. Growing some more Ross moss. You can't really see, the plants are so small. And I had turnips and rutabagas sitting down here, so I've got some tomato plants growing in here now. That one I'm just giving it a chance. It's never looked right, but I'm giving it a chance. Anytime I had a tomato plant that looked like that, it never did do well. But I hate throwing a plant away. But so here is that's a rutabaga. I just left one in the ground. This is a I never can say it right. Anyways, it's a jalapeno. It's a mild jalapeno. And here's my lettuce I've been eating. I didn't grow that much lettuce, but I'm gonna tell you what, it's put out a wonderful harvest. Over here, I'm letting my onions dry out. Amazing. I'm getting better and better at growing onions. But like I said, these are the kind of came up by themselves, and so I wasn't sure how they would do. A lot of them put out 2 or 3 bulbs at one time. That was something I never heard of before. So we got some more parsley. That's a Red Deuce tomato there. I got one onion over here still growing. And here I planted some string beans. They're starting to peep out just a little bit. I just planted them this week, and they're starting to peep out. So they'll be running on my trellis. Here's my marigolds. They're always volunteering here. I grew them in the fall and winter. Threw the seeds down, and it's just absolutely wonderful. I don't have to do anything to them. I've been planting them into the garden. Here is another cayenne pepper. It's got blooms on it. It's a year old. And then here I've got some more string beans planted down here. Can't wait to see them really get up and grow. This is an Italian onion here. I never grew it before, so that's interesting. And there is a little garden pea. I threw my little peelings down here. I'll come in here and eat. It's kind of hooking to the onion there. Italian onion. Then we got the chard. It's ready to crop. It's beautiful. got a great harvest off of this chard. It's amazing. The greenhouse does super wonderful. Sweet William, it's a year-old plant. Then we got, let's see, I think it's thyme. The wind is blowing. That's oregano. It's a year-old plant. We just got a gust of wind. We just came through a storm. So just want to give you a quick update onto the greenhouse, how well it's doing. Super happy about this vertical planter here. Usually I have another one. I got strawberries planted in it. And so I decided to plant lettuce into it. And that is the way to go right there. I'm telling you, that thing is awesome. It's got plants all the way around it. I have cropped a little bit off of it. But I have produced so much lettuce that I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to eat it all in time. But I'm munching on it. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you on to the next video. Let me know what you're growing this year. Love the flowers. Let me know what you're growing this year. Let me know if you got a greenhouse, how well it's doing. Love my greenhouse. I really do. I love my garden. I love everything about growing. See you on to the next video. And that is the red deuce sent from my subscriber from Virginia. It's doing well. That's one of them. There's another one down there. Kind of been shaded out from the broccoli, but it's all good.